Hi from Jewish girl. I was wondering, why do you remain Orthodox, if it's so unfair towards women?
What do you mean, unfair to women?
You have to wear long sleeves and long skirts even on a sweltering 90-degree humid day in July. You have to cover all of your hair when you get married, while men have no such responsibility.
Orthodox women do those things so that our personalities and inner virtues will show, not what is on the outside. It's a protection for us, so we consider it a blessing.
Wait. So you mean to tell me that the burden of protecting men from sexual promiscuity falls to women?
Talmud says that women are born on a higher spiritual level than men, so we are better prepared to make those sacrifices.
The Talmud also states, and I quote, "The woman is a pot of filth whose mouth is full of blood, yet all chase after her." Seriously. Check Shabbos Kuf Nun Bet Amud Aleph. It also says in Pirkei Avot that one who converses excessively with women brings sin upon himself, and in the end, will go to hell. What do you have to say about that?
You are taking it out of context. What they mean is that small talk is sinful. These men were so immersed in Torah and Kedusha that talking with their wives took their minds off of Hashem's Yiddishkeit.
Yo, you know that is just modern-day justifications invented in recent years to excuse the rabbis in the Talmud for saying terrible things. Like when they said that two guys and a girl are allowed to be along in a room, but not two girls and a guy. Why? Because women are notoriously easily swayable. That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? And also, what's with the not touching until marriage? Not even a shoulder tap?
They made all kinds of protections for us women. Boys and girls can't touch each other before marriage, because it would ruin the relationship. That's why self-pleasure isn't allowed. Boys would be satisfied, and wouldn't want to get married.
Anyone with any common sense knows that, if those things destroyed a relationship, it was simply the wrong relationship. That's all just bullshit invented in modern times, to explain anachronistic laws. If all of these reasons were actually true, the general population would be in shambles, yet there are just as many happy couples outside of Orthodoxy. And do you think it is fair that Jewish law in the 21st century still allows for asshole ex-husbands to hold their ex-wives hostage by not giving them a Jewish divorce?
That's not true. I think it makes total sense to marry someone you have only known for 2 months, and that is greatly preferable to actually getting to know the person on a remotely meaningful level, before you commit to spending the rest of your life with them. Shidduch dating makes total sense. That's how the Avraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov met their wives.
First of all, you forgot to mention the non-Jewish polygamous concubines that they had. Second of all, those stories are just adaptations off legends that were popular when the Israelite people became united during the time of the Shoftim.
No, stupid. Hashem wrote the Torah and gave it to Moshe on Har Sinai. How can a few people have convinced millions of people to lie?
I thought you'd say that. Did your ancestors greet the Native Americans on Thanksgiving? Was it your ancestor that rode through the 13 colonies yelling the British are coming? No. But Americans adopt that as their national heritage when they come to the U.S. It's the same thing. Except that some Americans used the story of Hashem cursing Noah's son Ham to justify slavery until the 19th century.
The documentary hypothesis is false. All lies.
Really? Then why are the Torah's laws so similar to other ancient Middle Eastern law codes that came before it? Why do certain stories in the Torah have old-style Hebrew mixed with more recent-style Hebrew, yet the stories still make perfect sense when you skip the more recent-styled sentences? Read the story of Bilam without the talking donkey. And even better, at the end of Bereshit, why does Yaakov adopt Yosef's 2 children, and then one line later, ask who they are?
Rashi says it is because Yaakov saw in a prophecy that the evil kings Ahab and Yehu would come from those children.
Okay. You can continue believing the writings of people who lived in the 11th century. I prefer to use the same methods of studying history, text, language, archaeology, and anthropology that we use to study literally everything except the Bible, and know that the bit about Jacob adopting the sons was probably a late addition to describe the split of what was originally Joseph's tribe into 2 separate camps. Look, it's almost sundown. Don't you have to get home for Shabbos?
Oh my gosh. You are right. I must get home before sundown. Not keeping the Sabbath is a big avera punishable by death.
Have a good Shabbos. Enjoy believing in a God that thinks people should die for things like that.
You should return to Yiddishkeit someday.
Have you heard anything I said?